Maya had always hated her grandmother's house, not because of the peeling wallpaper or the smell of dampness, but because of the shadows. They moved with an unsettling fluidity, clinging to the walls as if they didn't belong to them. On the stormy night, Maya sat alone in the living room. Rain battered the windows and the wind howled through the cracks. Her grandmother had been gone for hours, and Maya's phone was dead. She was alone with the storm and the shadows. The shadows seemed bolder that night. Each flash of lightning cast irregular shapes on the walls, but the shadows remained darker than the spaces around them. Curiosity overcame her fear, and Maya grabbed a flashlight, heading for the attic, the one place her grandmother had always forbidden her to go. The door was cold and heavy, and the room was filled with forgotten things: a one-eyed rocking horse, a cracked mirror, and a chest. The key was lying near the chest. Inside it were photographs of unknown people, their faces blurred and strange. Beneath them was a letter that read, "They whisper to me in the dark. I can no longer tell them apart. They crawl along the walls, through my mind. Tonight, I will put an end to this. If you find this, leave. Do not trust the shadows. Run." A whisper shattered the silence.
Maya.
She turned quickly. The shadows on the walls began to writhe and stretch, taking on faceless forms with long arms. The flashlight flickered and went out. Darkness enveloped her, and one of the shadows leaned over her, its cold fingers brushing against her arm. "Stay." Maya tried to pull away but stumbled and fell to the floor. The darkness swallowed her as the shadows stretched toward her, dragging her away. Her fingers scraped against the floorboards, but it was futile. The shadows pulled her into themselves, their voices whispering promises and lies as she vanished. Hours later, her grandmother returned to find the house silent. The attic door was ajar. She called out for Maya but got no response. In the attic, the chest was empty. A cracked mirror reflected Maya's face, trapped in its fractured surface, silently screaming. The mirror glowed with a dark and sinister light. The old lady froze, her eyes fixed on the reflection that was no longer Maya, but herself, and at that moment, she understood. In the shadows had found their new home,